Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans. On the Texans sideline, head coach DeMeco Ryans. His guys whip. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 14 carries, 126 yards, and a trip to the end zone as well.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Henry again on second down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit on! Sit on! For him.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The Ravens at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Get on!
Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Alpha, sit on! 180! 180!
On 3rd down, Henry. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook and show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Now it's Jackson. This is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Draw play. This is Henry. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a fourth down.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson. And we'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ballgame for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns,
more offense at the line, set to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
This a 2nd and 8. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Jackson now down around his goal line. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Jackson going to keep it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A short throw caught by Andrews. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Jackson going to keep it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take it. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
A first down carry for Henry. Another miss. On his feet. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marshall Faulk. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line. They'll run it again with Henry. Shreds the tackle. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. The Texans' 25-yard line.
They run over center with Mitchell. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit on! Sit on!
Henry running right. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Henry again on second down. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
180. Sit hot. 180.
To throw is Jackson. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be fourth down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Those are the kicks that you worry you might have to confront again in the end. You had a chance to go up by 2 scores here in the third quarter, but your kicker can't convert.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession up. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. Now Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First down at the 48-yard line.
I see a bunch of mean guys in the band at a time. The west side, give us side guys.
Middle. It's not. It's not. 180.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Alpha, sit on. 180.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. A good pickup there at 22.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
180. Right.
Henry up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 142 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Now 2nd and 3.
Sit on. Hey, middle. Sit on.
Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Sit on. 180. Sit on.
Jackson. Now he's going to... this one is down he goes. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. The first and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down, but they are in field goal range already. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for the Ravens, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.